Why do some people stay stuck in life, even though they work harder than everyone else? What if the problem isn't your situation, but the way you think? This story is not about luck. It's about a simple mindset shift that changes everything. Watch till the end, because this might explain your own life. Once upon a time, in a small village surrounded by open fields and dusty roads, lived a young boy. He was not lazy. He was not careless. He worked harder than most people around him. Every morning before sunrise, he stepped outside his small house and grabbed the handles of a heavy handcart. The wheels were old, the road was rough, and the load felt heavier every single day. As he walked through the village, people passed by. Some were busy, some looked away, some whispered quietly. Inside his mind, questions never stopped. Why is my life like this? Why do I struggle while others move forward? Will this road ever end? The more he walked, the heavier his thoughts became. He believed his life was decided, that no matter how hard he worked, nothing would change. One evening, exhausted and defeated, he sat near an old banyan tree at the edge of the village. His shoulders drooped, his hands trembled, his hope felt smaller than ever. That's when he noticed someone nearby. An old woman was sitting under the tree, calmly watching the sunset. Her hair was silver, her face carried deep wrinkles, but her eyes were peaceful and strong. She looked at the boy and said softly, "Your cart looks heavy, but your thoughts look heavier." The boy sighed and replied, "I work every day. I struggle every day, but nothing changes. What's the point?" The old woman smiled gently. "Tell me," she asked, "do you pull this cart with your hands or with your mind?" The boy looked confused. She continued, "When you believe your life is stuck, every step feels painful. But when you believe change is possible, the same road feels lighter." She picked up a small stone from the ground. "This stone didn't move the mountain," she said, "but many stones together can." That day, the boy didn't become rich. He didn't find magic, but something inside him shifted. For the first time, he thought, what if my future isn't fixed? The next morning, he pulled the same cart, the same road, the same weight, but his thoughts were different. Instead of fear, he told himself, "I am building something. Every step matters. This is not the end." Days passed. Weeks passed. The boy started noticing opportunities he never saw before. He spoke to people instead of avoiding them. He learned small skills. He saved tiny amounts. He stopped seeing himself as helpless. Slowly, life responded. Not overnight, not magically, but steadily. One day, the cart felt lighter, not because the load was less, but because the boy was stronger. He returned to the banyan tree and found the old woman again. She smiled and said, "Your life didn't change because the world changed. It changed because you did." The boy finally understood. Hard work matters, but thinking shapes direction. Struggle doesn't disappear, but hope makes it bearable, and belief makes growth possible. What if your life isn't stuck, just waiting for a shift in how you think? Will you keep pulling the same cart with the same thoughts, or will you change what's inside first? Tell me in the comments, what's one belief you need to let go of today?